Okay, we are live. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've gone live. So let me give it a moment, see if anyone's able to hop on and join me live. When you do, say hello. Let me know you're here. If you're catching the replay, let me know that too in the comments. I think it's been a couple weeks. I've been really busy. There's been a lot going on in my world, but I know there's a lot of new people in my world. And I want to talk with you about a couple things. One, for whoever's new, so you can understand a little bit more about me and my work. And I'm going to share at the end with you my upcoming mastermind because that opens soon. But I also want to share with you some messages about how to shift quickly, because I know we're getting kind of towards the end of the year, and I feel like this is the time of year where people put a lot of pressure on themselves, and it doesn't need to be difficult. It can be really easy. Don't mind my messy hair today. We're just having a cozy day. So what I want to talk about is manifestation and how when you shift your paradigm, manifestation's instant. So this is really can be a hard concept for people to grasp, especially when you've been working at this for a long time and you're like doing all the things, all the healing, learning all about energetics and trying to figure it out, right? This can be like a really weird thing. It's like you understand it logically, but the fact of the matter is that if you're not receiving your manifestations, there's something that hasn't fully clicked. Like you're not having the full internal experience, and therefore you're blocking yourself from receiving it. And I fully understand that that is such an annoying place to be. I'm someone who really struggled to manifest anything in all areas of my life, so I really have a lot of compassion for it and understand. Do not mind if you hear meows and banging on the door. That is my little cat. She was trying to knock over this ring light. Someone's hopping on, so feel free to say hello. I always love to know who's here with me. Okay, so I totally get it, but I just want to share it with you again because sometimes it's like sharing it again helps something click. So my intention is that you take something away that really helps you have a fuller understanding of it. And so the thing is, I'm going to kind of back up and help you see this from a different light, because when we are so trying to make something happen, it can be so frustrating and we're putting all of that pressure on, and that's exactly what like repels things. It keeps you in the vibe of not having it. So I want to kind of reverse engineer this for you. Okay, I see Joanna's here. Welcome. So here's the thing. Everything in your life right now is a perfect manifestation of your paradigm. Paradigm meaning the beliefs you're holding deep down. And so a lot of people stay stuck. They're like, I don't know where I'm blocked. And it's actually quite simple. You can look at your life and see like what's manifesting. That literally is what's going on deep internally. Now, the thing is, sometimes it can be hard for you to see that, and it can be hard for you to know how to shift it. And because a lot of these beliefs, I want you to think like most of them go back to when you're a child. Most of our programming comes from early childhood, and of course we go through life and we have experiences and we form new beliefs and we add on to it. But what we don't realize is that this foundational belief system of how we view ourselves, how we view life, that's been running the show. And then you go through life and it's creating an experience, so then you experience that being true, so it solidifies it even more. Does this make sense? Is this landing? So it turns out to be kind of like the only way you know life to be. And so you're so close to it. So it's really hard to kind of take a step back and see what's actually going on underneath the surface that's keeping you stuck. So this is why the way out is never through thinking. It's never really through logic. Yes, a lot of the work I do is I help you see what's going on energetically, emotionally, subconsciously blocking you. And a lot of the work we do is to reprogram your subconscious mind. But the other part of this is really stop trying to make logical sense of it. Stop staring at what's going on, because it's all a manifestation of your paradigm. It's of your belief system. It's just like this world you've created that you're living in. So when you want to quite literally just shatter your paradigm and create something totally new, there's a lot of self-discipline that needs to go into it, and it does not need to take a long time. This is what I really want to stress. I'm someone who spent lots of years trying to figure this out, like kind of half-assing it, doing all the things. I had a lot of blocks, or believed I did. I had a lot of ways I kind of held myself back, even though I was taking all the programs, doing all the things. There was deeper stuff. So when I've kind of come full circle understanding how this works, I really understand like what things will help fast track it. And I'd like to help support you in that way so that it doesn't need to take you a long time. I think a lot of people get lost because they're kind of confused and overwhelmed, not knowing what to do. But here's the thing. I want you to think, I see more people are hopping on. Welcome. Feel free to say hello. Sometimes it shows the comments, sometimes it doesn't. So if you comment and I don't say anything, I am not ignoring you. I just don't see it, okay? So, but let me know too, if the comments are showing up, let me know if this is landing, if this is making sense. So when we get in our minds trying to figure out how to switch something, what we have to understand is that the paradigm you're operating in, like the belief system you're operating from, only knows how to create this kind of problem. It doesn't know how to create anything else. So you're not going to come up with a good solution trying to figure it out. You have to tap into something deeper, which is like, I like to call it your God self. People say work with the universe, whatever. I don't like to believe in separation of that. You really are generating your reality, your experience. This is 100% what my teachings are based on. And because this is the only thing that's worked for me in my life. And once I got this, it was like, finally it makes sense. So we don't want to try in the physical. We do in the sense of like trying to figure it out with the same mindset. That really doesn't make sense. So what you want to do is identify what's actually going on and really be honest with yourself, and then go in and reprogram and shift. And the thing where a lot of people stay stuck is that it's not going to sound true at first. Your old paradigm is going to fight really hard to prove why it's right. And if you want to think of it this way, I mean, you're generating it all. It's not really anything separate from you, but in your mind, you can get in this battle of, everything in your external reality is like, no, you're crazy. You can't have this. This is how it is. This is how it always goes. This is what this coach said to do, all the things. So there is a period where you need to be really self-disciplined, and you need to really start creating an internal experience for yourself, completely separate of what's going on outside of you. And this is where most people struggle, because this isn't necessarily the easiest thing. You'll start thinking you're delusional. You're like, does this actually work? People are really afraid to stop doing things in their 3D because they're like, it's all going to fall apart. I need to hold on to this because everything's going to fall apart. But the thing is, you need to let your reality fall apart if you want to shatter a paradigm. Now, this isn't saying you won't take any action, but you don't want to be taking action from the space of with the same mindset that you don't see you have that's creating the problems, because you're just going to keep creating more problems. Does that make sense? So this is where a lot of people will stay stuck. They'll kind of do surface level healing. They don't really get to the root issue that's going on. They don't go deep enough. They don't actually figure out what's this core belief. Typically it's something along the lines of I'm not worthy, I'm not capable, something like that just overrides and sabotages any efforts. And then they just will keep doing all this surface level healing, thinking they're broken, thinking they need to fix themselves, like trying really hard to just work harder, just push, just do more, just try to control more. And all it's doing is it's continuing to recreate from the same mindset. So it's like the same beliefs running in the background, creating more. So you're only actually solidifying more of what you don't want. Does that make sense? So there is a moment where you need to really be okay with just going within and having an inner experience. And this is where you will get in touch with your true strength. This is where you will get in touch with your true intuition, your inner wisdom. This is where you will stop feeling separate from everything you want. But it's kind of like you have to jump off this cliff and trust. And this is where a lot of people struggle. A lot of people would rather keep trying and forcing and manipulating, even though they can see it's not working. It's like, it's literally an addiction. Like your body will produce certain chemicals in response to this. So it's like, it's literally like having withdrawal. But you know, it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's just going to keep you stuck. You need to be all the way into your current reality or all the way into what it is you desire to create. I don't see any comments. I would love to know if this is resonating. Let me know. So this is the work I do to, one, help you identify what's actually keeping you stuck and help you really rewire and recode in something new, and to do it in a really easy, efficient way instead of going in circles, doing all this healing that's really like not necessary and not actually fixing anything. And hold the space and help you really get in touch with your inner strength and really learn how to trust yourself, because this is a huge part of it. You have to stop giving your power away if you want to create something new. And there is no one and nothing outside of you that has any power over you. So this is really need to build that stability within, because if we are so swayed by what's going on around us, we're giving all our power to it, thinking that the circumstances are bigger than us when you're the one who created them. It's like the biggest mind fuck, you know what I mean? So there's just a lot of deconditioning and deprogramming that needs to happen. But when you go all in and you commit and you're like, I'm doing this no matter what, I know my success is inevitable. I know it's only a matter of time. I don't know when or how it's going to shift, but I understand that I'm creating this and I'm taking full responsibility, and there's no way I'm going to continue creating what I've been creating. I am all in for creating something new. That's where you'll get your breakthrough, and you will watch your current paradigm fall apart, and you will watch before your very eyes and new things begin to solidify in your 3D. And then when things start shifting, you're going to start building your faith, because you're going to start seeing things manifest effortlessly without you needing to try. All you had to do was go in and fix internally. And then you understand that manifestation is not a trying process. It's an alignment process. So you don't need to have perfect faith. You just need to be fully committed. I don't think I've had perfect faith until I actually saw things starting to manifest, and it was like, I hoped for this, but it's never really real until you receive it, if that makes sense. Let me see. Joanna says, it's great. Thank you. You're so welcome. Love the idea of shattering the current paradigm. Yeah, exactly. Because what happens is people will say they want more, but then like when they're starting this work and then things aren't shifting instantly in the outside, they get impatient, and then they go back to the old, or they doubt and they fear and they give in, and then they don't really make any progress, and then they make up a story like, oh, manifestation doesn't work. And it's not true. It just, you have to be willing to go all in. And the women who do are the ones who really, you set yourself up for success for the rest of your life, because once you know how to do this, you do it. And once you uproot the faulty belief systems and you instill like really good self-concepts and really good beliefs about yourself and life, like it's set. And then you're going to keep getting evidence in your outer reality that keeps solidifying it for you. Just like, you know how they say how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? It's because people keep looking to their outer reality and it's affirming it for them. But if you don't like what you're seeing in your outer reality, you have to stop affirming it. You have to stop putting energy into it. You have to stop telling stories about it. You have to really be strong and go within. It's just like the butterfly and the chrysalis type thing. Stay focused on what's not working, and we got to stay focused on what we have done that has worked, tiny or enormous. Yes, very true, Bree. And you know, for a lot of this too, it's, if you follow Abraham Hicks, she talks about you have to be okay in the beginning with just a feeling, because the 3D doesn't shift always instantly. It can. It depends. It will shift instantly as soon as the belief is really like clicks in there. But a lot of people, it's like, it will seem to shift gradually, because we're gradually turning the system around. But, you know, I've had things manifest instantly when I'm not even trying, like literally I think of it, and then later that day or later that week, it just comes in. I'm like, oh, I almost forget that I had said I wanted that, or not even said it, just thought it. And I didn't have to try. It was an automatic manifestation of new beliefs that I've instilled in myself. So, you know, think about it. The things that are going on in your life, okay. I think I just want to share one more like cool way for you to look at it, to kind of like make it not so serious, because we can make it serious and then it's hard. I'll share one more way that I like to look at this before I hop off. So everything that's like a problem in your life right now that you deem a problem, you didn't have to try to manifest it, right? Like it just happened. And you're probably like, if you've ever been in one of those downward spirals where like everything's just going wrong and I can't catch a breath, like I'm drowning, like things are just going wrong all the time, like you're not having to sit there and consciously be like, manifest it and dream up worst case scenarios. Like maybe you do, but you didn't need to do that in order for it to come. All that stuff's manifesting instantly based off the belief system you're holding. So trust me when I say, if you could get yourself into it, you can get yourself out of it, because it's only you generating it. The people outside of you, the circumstances outside of you don't have any power over you unless you give it to them. So this is an internal experience of taking your power back, withdrawing your energy from the outside world, and really getting to know yourself and trust yourself and believe in the unseen and believe in the power of your mind, and really understanding that you are the creator of your reality. It's like a whole 180 that we need to do in the mind and the self-concept and understanding. But once you do, then the new will start manifesting instantly, just like the bad things were manifesting instantly. And if you want to think about it like this too, you can look at how amazing and incredible of a manifester you are. Because if you ever had those experiences, I know I had this in dating for many years. This is actually what woke me up to personal development, was I kept dating like the same person, different face. And my friends and I used to joke about it all the time. Like, what's wrong? Like, why do you keep dating the same person with the same issues, like the same family issues, all the things? And I realized that I'm the only common denominator. And so I had this like specific programming from what I experienced as childhood, and I didn't know about it. And so I was creating this in relationships. And it was amazing how it could be like in a different country. I've lived many different places. So it was like I could be halfway across the world. I could move across the country. I could try this type of guy, a spiritual guy, a not spiritual guy, all the things, and would still have like essentially the same person. And I began to think it was kind of funny. I was like, wow, my subconscious mind is so powerful and creative. It literally has no end of how many different variations of the same crap it can give me. So just imagine when you really get your mind in alignment with what you do want, the endless good that will flow in without you even needing to try. Like just when you think it can't get better, it just keeps getting better and better and better. It's just a matter of building momentum in the other direction. Sorry, my dog got down. Making sure he's not getting anything. You okay? I swear all my little fur children start going wild the second I'm not paying attention to them and I set up my phone. Okay, I saw some hearts, so I'm assuming that means it's resonating, and I really hope it landed, and I hope that this helped you solidify even more for you, like understanding it. I hope that maybe it was a new perspective that you hadn't thought of, and it just helps you understand that you 100% can get what you want. It's not a matter of time, it's a matter of alignment. Okay, so I have my mastermind coming up. The doors open on December 6th, Wealthy Woman Revolution. I am so in love with this. If you guys been following me for a while, this kind of went through a massive upgrade. I changed the name, all the things. And I now have with this mastermind a digital course part of it that is yours to keep, lifetime access, which that alone is just life-changing. Like that alone could be the whole program, but then you also get me for 6 weeks, and then there's a VIP upgrade option as well if you want like messaging support as well, just to facilitate the shift faster. So it's really just like a matter of how you want to experience it. You get to choose. Doors open December 6th. I think I said that. The link in my bio is my link tree, so you'll be able to see it there, the Wealthy Woman Mastermind. You can click it there. If you have any questions, you can just send me a DM. Bree says, absolutely. I'm glad something shifted. So yeah, it's been really nice to connect with you. It's been nice to see some new faces. I know I've been getting a lot of new friends on here, and I've just, like I said, there's been a lot going on end of the year, but I really wanted to connect with you and share some of this. So thank you for being here. If you want to check out the mastermind, that's linked in my bio. I also have private mentoring. I have one-on-one for either 6 weeks or 12 weeks. Those are the current options. And then I've also added in a Voxer only, which is just month to month. So you can check out those options as well. If you have any questions, just send me a DM. If this resonated, feel free to share it with someone. Let me see, Joanna says, love it, and it was absolutely what I needed today. Good, I am so glad. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, and I really hope that this was kind of like a good pep talk for you to remind you, you absolutely can have what you want, whatever may feel bigger than you. Like, take your power back. You're the one who created it, and you have all of the power to create something new. And it's not a matter of time. It's not a matter of trying and forcing and doing more. It's a matter of alignment. So if you're going to commit to anything, commit to doing the inner work. And as fast as you can do that is as fast as it can shift. There's literally no limit on it. Okay? So I'm sending you guys lots of love. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.